It's 11:49 in the evening. I'm exhausted. My skin's irritated because I just took off the makeup I've been wearing all day. But I wanted to film a fun video for you guys, so I'm gonna be trying out the 7-Eleven makeup that I bought in New York when I went to KCON. I did see a few American beauty YouTubers make videos on these, so I don't really have high hopes, but the goal of this video is to try and make things work. You know, things are off to a great start when your eyeshadow is already broken. I took my lenses off already, so I can't see without my glasses. So I hope me squinting this whole video and constantly looking to make sure I'm in focus doesn't bother you too much. Now you can see I'm growing my mustache for a video, so I have to cover that. I'm going to use these Make Heal concealers. They're salmon colored color correctors. Why do I look so red on camera? I don't know if this is gonna actually do anything, but I've seen drag queens do it, so it should work. To blend in my base products today, I'm gonna be using this pony effect. What is this? Dough Puff. Mist that down with Belief Moisturizing Balm Mist. This puff is like 99% antibacterial, and it's kind of beauty blender material, a little bit. It's not as soft, but for a puff, it's kind of like using like a beauty sponge. Would you like the fact that I made my background lights the 7-Eleven colors? I don't think that's gonna do anything, honestly. Whatever. I'm just gonna pull up Manny MUA today. Manny Mua today. For my base, I'm gonna try the brand is called Simply Me Beauty. You know, the name like that, you know what's in store. This is their BB cream, multi-action sun care and skin tint in the shade Light. Our all-in-one BB cream with SPF 15 is a lightweight multitasker. It helps hydrate, correct, and protect skin while providing light, buildable coverage for a radiant, youthful-looking complexion. Seems like a lot of product, but it's really thick, basically. Aqua, glycerin, talc, and like there's literally like less than 10 ingredients in here. Fragrance is like right in the middle. I don't know how I feel about that. It's really thick, so I can see where like the moisturizing claim could come from. Now the way that I like to use or apply thick foundations is actually with a spatula. I'm gonna pump some out on my hand, and then I'm gonna take a spatula like this. This is from Pony Effect. Get some on there, and starting here, spread it. We get a thin layer, and I don't put too much on the skin. From the reviews that I did see, the consensus seems to be that it's just really oily. Then taking that puff. The only thing I applied on my skin was my moisturizing toner and my moisturizer. That is like almost no coverage. I'm kind of thinking whatever you see like behind the scenes of like Dior fashion show, whatever, the models always have like really great skin, so they use like no coverage foundation on them, or they just use the tiniest amount of foundation on the models. I feel like this would be good for those people, you know, those girls that are like all about like Glossier or whatever, and so they use like pretty much water for their foundation. This seems like this would be good for you. It is evening out my skin tone enough. There is a liquid concealer that I got, so I'm not gonna like try to slather this on and make this super full coverage from just the foundation, because I can try to use the concealer. And that's how I like to use my foundation anyway. It's just use a light thin layer. Actually, did you hear that? Really? Actually, orange on my chin. On camera, it's probably gonna look like my perfect match, but can you tell? I don't know. But in person, it's just slightly too, a little bit, not just dark, but a little bit orange on me. It is really glossy though. Like, this is great for those people with like really nice skin already and just need like a light evening of the skin tone, and they love like that glossy look. That's what you're gonna get. Next up, we've got the High Def Concealer in the shade Light. Disguise blemishes, scars, dark spots, and other imperfections with this luxuriously creamy concealer. Oh, that's actually a really nice applicator. It's really... Holy shit. This is light. The shade is alright, but compared to the BB cream, the BB cream actually is really maybe more neutral. The concealer is so yellow, but I like the wand. The wand is really nice. It's really flat and kind of like long. You can really get this sort of... Oh god. It's really watery though. I'm not gonna lie. Before I started, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna look so good. I'm gonna like slay this. Like it's all about the tools. But I'm starting to get the feeling that the product itself just sucks. But I'm not gonna lose hope. We're gonna try. My skin looks so oily. I don't know why. I was kind of expecting the concealer to be a little bit more matte. I don't know, I just feel like concealers tend to be more on the matte side compared to foundations. But this is so oily. Ethyl palmitate? How does it create wax? I don't even know what those ingredients are. Alright, so it definitely helped the coverage a little bit. And the thing is, I tend to use lighter concealers like in the center to brighten up my face. But the benefit of using concealers that not necessarily darker, but are the same color as your foundation, is it covers blemishes better. So I think that's what I got. That is so... Like, I know it's gonna start creasing, so I'm gonna... I think you can still see my mustache. My mustache? Someone was laughing at me the way I said mustache. Mustache? Mustache? I don't know. I need to set this though, because this is looking so oily. But, the BB cream and the concealer together, for me, I think the coverage is actually pretty good. Medium, light medium, but it's just so incredibly oily that it's... I feel physically uncomfortable. Pop into this translucent all shades matte powder. All shades. Almost looks like a MAC product. Ooh, feels really creamy actually. That looks thick, like it would have coverage. And if it does, there's no way every shade can use that. It does. It comes with oh, they've got ventilation. It comes with a really cheap, something you would see in like CVS or something. First, I'm gonna use this large eyeshadow brush to... Oh. Did you see that? Let me set under my eyes. That is a thick powder. Talc, mica, kaolin, silica. Jesus. Use this large brush to set my whole face. Usually I like to leave like the cheeks bare, but not today, honey. One thing it's doing to my brush is it's really, like the base products is getting a lot of oil on the bristles, making the powder stick weird to the brush. I'm probably gonna have to wash this like right after, because there's just so much oil from the base on my brush. There's one side with the powder, the non-powdered side. Super oily. The oiliness almost accentuates my acne scarring. It actually looks kind of good, to be honest. I am looking a little bit cakey around my mouth here, but the rest of the face doesn't look too bad. It's just that, for me, I try to keep my base makeup as thin as possible. And for me, I feel like it's obvious that I'm wearing foundation. I think with the amount of oil in the base products, plus that thick, translucent powder, it just kind of gives me an almost mask-like appearance to the skin. But I will say it's not like the worst. I don't have any contouring products, so I'm gonna quickly just contour my face a little bit. Alright, so now for brows, I've got the brow powder and wax in the shade Light. So it looks like. It comes with a little brush in the compartment. I'm surprised they didn't put in a little spoolie, because there's enough space in there for a spoolie, but it's just a really cheap, like plastic bristled brush. On the left side, there's like a this is in Light. On the left, it's kind of like a greenish brown, really ashy, so it's great for brows, I think, that color. And then there's like a little wax in there. Holy crap! I barely dipped into that, and it's already like powdery. Just saw that fall out, not fall out, but kick back. The powder is okay. It's really, really soft though. So when I'm trying to apply it, the brush ends up blending it out anyway. And so I can't really get any defined lines really. It's all just really soft and blended out. So I think it'd be great if you just need to fill in like bare spots in your brows. It's good for that. But if you need to create like shape and demand like a sharp tail, it's a little bit difficult. I'm gonna use this spoolie. It really helps when you have these spoolies and you bend them. I'm gonna use this. Brush through my brows with that. To set it with the wax. This seems nice. And it actually almost lightens my brows a little bit, which I kind of like actually, because I use a lot of brow mascara. So the brow kit's not too bad. It's just that if you are the type that, like I said, wants a defined, or if you like to create like fake brow strokes, you're not gonna get it with that. Unless you're like super careful about not brushing that line out too much, because it will blend out. Now I'm gonna prime my eyes a little bit using the Pony Effect Fixie. Okay, like it says Fixie eye primer, it's spelled Fixie on here. But I don't know if they mean like pixie as in like pixie dust, or like fixie as in fixing the eyeshadow to the eyes. But that is besides the point. The Tones Matte and Shimmer Eyeshadow Collection. Oh my god, do you see this? It's probably my fault for having it in my bag and traveling with it, and that's why it broke. But even if you were not traveling with this, it's still annoying that you have to be careful with it, because if you drop it, you are screwed. I need to get my trash can. I don't know if I can use this, because literally there's only 2 surviving colors. But we'll see what we can do. I am a K-beauty YouTuber, so I'm going to create a K-beauty, not even K-beauty look, just an Edward look, as in lazy and, oh, I dip into it once. It's already like falling apart. It's all over my desk. Love it. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Again, tons of fallout. It's literally crumbling as I am trying to get product onto the brush. And mind you, these are really expensive brushes, and the point of them is that they don't tug the skin that much. So you can imagine how delicate the bristles are. These are really soft. So if we were to use like synthetic bristle brushes, can't even imagine. And then I'm dipping into the slightly darker color at the bottom. I don't really like colors like this. I think there was another palette with different colors in it, but this is the one that I got. Again, this video is for fun, so I'm not going to be testing it like I probably should be, but it's like nighttime, so I can't test the long wear. I wore a primer, so if you have a primer for pigmentation, it's not that bad actually, and I think it's workable for the style of makeup that I do. But it's, looking at it up close, it seems a little bit sheer, and I don't really like these colors because I feel like they make me look tired. So I can't really speak on the eyeshadow palette very much. I'm going to use this Tony Moly Mark gel liner, just a little bit to make my eyes look a little bit wider, and then using the darker color in that palette to blend out that line. And then just to pump up the eyes a little bit, I'm going to take this Mertzi, like it's spelled Mertzi, but in Korean it's written as Mochi. And this is in Glam Bronze, really pretty shimmery color. Right there, I don't know if you can see this. Not the Aegosol really, but Aegosol. I guess like the Aegosol area, but like right at the roots of the lashes. So there's a little bit of like sparkle and shine. And I'm not gonna wear mascara today because I don't really wear mascara that often these days. I will take though this other color from Mochi's Rose Burgundy. These liners literally do not come off. Like it's a little bit terrifying, to be honest. Can you see? It's already creasing here. I don't mean to like shade 7-Eleven, but I need to get rid of this eyeshadow palette immediately because it's getting everywhere. Just throwing it away in the trash, sorry. Honestly, I think if you're just gonna look for affordable makeup, just go to the drugstore. There's really great palettes out there, are just as inexpensive, but aren't this bad. I'll take this off. Let me give my hair a little bit of time to settle down. Let it fall back down. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to apply blush. This looks really pretty. This is the Rose color blush. Add dimension and depth to the apples of your cheeks with this gorgeous blush that will bring vitality to your complexion. Those are some really pretty colors, I will admit. Was it the translucent powder? They feel kind of, translucent powder. They feel pretty creamy, like creamy for powders. You guys know I've been really into kind of like the double, oh my god, a double, but like applying multiple blushes. So I'm going to take the pink one. I'm using it on this brush. I like to use this one because it's so feathery light. It applies blushes really soft, because I can go ham with blushes sometimes. The thing I like about these two colors, from looking at them right here in front of me, is that they're not too bright. Like, they're not pastely, which is what I like personal preference-wise. Bro, I look so tired right now. My eye bags get really thick and heavy under here at the end of the day. So, do you see how thick my under eye bags are right now? I feel like blushes, in terms of quality, get away with blushes a little bit more. You know, depending on who you are, you know, some people like super pigmented blushes, but for me, I just think that blushes are meant to be applied, like you can build them up, right? They actually have a highlighter. This is the Radiant Highlighter. Instantly add beautiful luminosity to your complexion with this highlighter that delivers a glowing sheen. Just me, almost, for a second I thought I got a whiff of like, oh my god, look, it comes with a little blush brush, or highlighter brush. Does the blush one come with one? It does, but it literally feels, holy shit. Feels like something you would scrub the tub with. I'm not using that. Okay, like, you can see, maybe, there's like a sheen to that, but that feels really thick. I feel like highlighters should be sheer and soft, but give you that glow, but this one's a little bit lighter. These really feel thick. Yeah, I was right. All the little particles are flying everywhere. Oh god. It's adding glow, but it has like almost coverage to it. If I have a highlighter that's too much, I like to use this brush because it shears it out. So I'm going to... I thought because there's a little bit of warmth in the actual color of the highlighter, it wouldn't look too harsh on me, but up close, it kind of looks like it's just white. It's like a thick white highlighter that has this like kind of, it adds a weird color to my cheek. To be honest, the glow isn't really, it's kind of like a matte glow, if that makes sense. It's not, I don't like that. There are other colors that they have for like the blush and stuff and the eyeshadows, but I don't like the combination of colors I have on my face right now. Like, I would never walk out of the house looking like this. And then last but not least, we've got lip colors. I've got 2 lip crayons, and 1 cream lipstick for the lip crayons. Naturally protect and seal in moisture while providing a pop of flirtatious color to your lips. These long-wearing creamy crayons come in bold, timeless colors for every season. Well, that's good, I guess. I will say, the packaging is actually kind of nice. It doesn't, I mean, it's cheap, obviously, but the matte black actually looks pretty sophisticated. And the colors in here don't seem too tacky. This one is in blush, and this one is in scarlet. This is blush. This actually reminds me of that 3CE Mood Recipe 2 collection, which is actually why I got these 2 colors, because that's what it reminded me of. This scarlet, that's really pigmented. Not pigmented. No, I mean, it's pigmented, but that went on really smoothly. But it has an oily texture that I associate with like cheap makeup. That looks terrible. It matches my eyeshadow, but it literally looks like I have diarrhea on my mouth. I thought maybe layering them could make it look nice, but the red is so oily that the more, like, did you see that? Like, it gets everywhere. So the more I touch my lips together, the more it spreads out. So if I were to wear this outside, I can see it easily getting like on my face somewhere, and like it doesn't really, like it obviously doesn't withstand anything. Yeah, it gets on there. And this color doesn't go with this eye look. Again, better quality lipsticks that I've seen and tried at the drugstore. Even fucking Etude House has better lip stuff that aren't that far in difference for price with these. The lipstick, indulge your sensuous lips in this ultra soft and nourishing lipstick that provides a superior smooth finish in a rich, vibrant color. Hopefully this one is a little bit more matte and not so oily like the lip crayon. Okay. So like the lip crayon, the packaging I think for the lipstick is actually nice. It's a really pretty matte black and you get the color right here. But when you try to open it, that's where you feel like there's a lack in quality. But, you know, this silver top right here kind of makes it look like a MAC lipstick, so that's nice. Again, a little bit glossy, like the lip crayon, but has a little, no. I was gonna say it feels a little bit more solid than the lip crayon, but this almost feels just as, I wouldn't even call it creamy, it just feels oily and greasy. Okay, so here's what it looks like with like a gradient. And it is immediately catching on to dead skin, and it's not really... I guess this might be pretty, but I don't want you to be this close, honestly. Applying this lipstick, I don't want you to be that close. This, God, I had like high hopes for this. I wanted to take like a really cute picture and be like, oh, I can actually make 7-Eleven makeup work, but this looks like shit. Sorry, 7-Eleven. Let's just see what it looks like if I put on like full. Yeah, no, that looks like shit. Ew. Ugh. Well, I have to say, there's not really anything that I like from this collection. The base products were way too oily, while I do think that the combination of the BB cream and the concealer together, the colors were a little weird for me, but it worked out in the end, but it was just way, way too oily and greasy. I guess it would be okay if you live in a really cold, dry place and you like that sheer, glossy look, then okay, but it felt heavy on the skin. The powder didn't make it any better. A theme throughout this whole thing was that all the powders were so thick and not finely milled, and when you dip a brush in them, they just like fall, like all the like all this powder flies everywhere. The brow thing is actually pretty decent. It's not too bad, but you're probably gonna need a separate brush and like a little spoolie for it, because the thing that comes with it is like this is so tiny. I feel like it would take me forever. The blush actually is not half bad. I can tell that you can really build this up. I've tried to apply it lightly, but from how it feels, you can probably definitely really build it up to a much stronger color. Highlighter I think is a waste of time because it's just like a thick white, almost like, you don't even really get that much of like a glow. It just like here, it kind of makes my nose white in the middle, and that doesn't really look that cute. I'd rather have a highlighter that's like too glowy, that way I can sheer it out, rather than like a thick, heavy highlighter that's just not that glowy to begin with, because then I just end up feeling like I'm putting more makeup on my face. And I think there was like eyeliners and stuff, but I didn't buy them. Lip products were a complete fail for me. I was excited for the colors in here, but they're not really my cup of tea. The red one, this is not too bad. The scarlet one, the blush one, looked like concealer on my lips, but that's just my coloring. And then the orange one, the color isn't too bad. It might be pretty for summer, but my main issue with these is that they're just so oily feeling. There's a lot of oiliness in this collection, a lot of powderiness and heaviness and thickness, but also oiliness. So I don't, like, it's not like long wearing, unless you like absolutely did not move throughout the day, did not speak or talk, and just like throughout the whole day, I don't think it would be that long wearing. Having tested this many products in this amount of time that I've been doing YouTube, I honestly can tell you now, I probably would not waste my time. And usually, if I feel like you can work with something to make it work out, I would let you know, but this I wouldn't want to recommend to anyone, to be honest. My skin just looks so heavy and caked with the product, especially around the nose. I think the only thing I like about this lip is my current lip color, 3C. It's like two of their Food Recipe 2 lipsticks. Like I said, this is more for entertainment, so I hope you guys had fun or enjoyed watching this video. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.